Well, at 9:25, no matter how much success one achieves, there are times in our life when we lose sight of our dreams and simply feel stuck. But with her new book, best-selling author Lara Otting offers a guide to put those goals into focus to achieve new heights. The book is called Limitless: How to Ignore Everybody, Carve Your Own Path, and Live Your Best Life. And we welcome Lara to the show. Thank you so very much. What a perfect day, Motivation Monday, for you to be with us.
Absolutely. I love Motivation Monday.
Well, your book is motivating me. I have to say, it's a pretty short read, but it really resonated with me. First of all, there's so many books and like everyone's talking about, purpose and our life's purpose. Why do you think that is a topic that so many of us are talking about these days?
Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like we're in this zeitgeist moment, right? Where we have these millennials who, the oldest millennial is 37 right now, and we talk about them as if they're still like playing video games in their mom's basement, but
Yeah.
they're managing actual people in the workforce, and they want their lives to matter because they're the first generation who's lived out loud, being both the same person at home and at work because they've always been on social media. Boomers are retiring at 10,000 a day, and they want to go back to like their 1960s social justice roots and do something that matters. And then my generation, us Xers, we will not be forgotten no matter how hard everyone tries. And we're caught between so many different things that if we're going to be doing work, we want it to matter. So suddenly we're having this conversation about purpose that's never been had before in the workplace, and all these generations are coming together in this moment to want to have it.
And your book touches on that because, I mean, through each chapter that you go through, I think each reader can relate to it, no matter what stage you are in your life. Why was this a book that you wanted to write?
Well, so I spent 20 years doing executive search for leaders of nonprofit organizations. So these are people who are at the top of their game, which is why I was talking to them, right, as a headhunter. But they weren't happy, which is why they were talking to me as a headhunter. And I was so struck by the idea that success, going through like everybody else's checkboxes on everybody else's path to everyone else's plan for success, didn't actually equal happiness. And I thought, in 20 years, how come I only saw a handful of people who were successful and happy? And I thought there had to be a better way. And what I realized was that the better way was to ignore everybody else's idea of what success is supposed to be, what we need to do, what we must do, what we can't do, and to actually do what we want to do, what matters to us, and lean into that instead of everything else.
Yeah, and you really do talk about leaning in. You also talk about consonants and the 4 C's. Kind of briefly tell us a little bit about those.
Yes, so consonance is this idea of when the very best of what you do is being called upon to solve the problem at hand, and you're being rewarded for it in a way that's personally meaningful for you, right? Mm-hmm. So it's when the what you do matches the who you are. It's alignment, it's flow, and it's made up of calling. Something that's bigger than you, a business you want to build, a bottom line you want to grow, a family you want to nurture, a problem you want to solve. It's connection. Can you see direct sightlines between the work that you're doing today and actually getting closer to solving that calling? Mm-hmm. Contribution. If connection's about the work, contribution's really about you. So how does this brand, this paycheck, this work that you're doing right now, how does this job allow you to contribute, or how does it contribute to the life that you want to create? And then lastly, control. Each one of us needs a different amount of personal agency over how much connection we have towards reaching that calling and how much it's contributing to the values we want to manifest on a daily basis or the lifestyle that we want to live. So each one of us at every age and at every life stage is going to value calling, connection, contribution, and control differently. And consonance is really your own personal definition of what actually matters to you.
And sometimes it takes a little bit of time, and it's okay to, I think that this book for me personally has allowed me to kind of reflect a little bit more, and I really like kind of the brevity of it. You really just dive in right away. So I highly recommend this personally. And by the way, you are in DC because you're going to be doing a book signing tomorrow, correct?
Yes, I'm doing a book signing at Kramer Books tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m., which is so fun for me because when I lived here in the early 90s, I think every book I bought came from Kramer Books. So it's kind of a really fun full circle moment to like go back and have my book on the shelf there. It's really exciting for me.
That is awesome. And you can just tell that you're so passionate about what it is you're doing. Anything else new that we should be kind of expecting from you in the future?
Well, I'm on an all-out crusade to help people get out of their own way and get unstuck, and that's actually taking me to Good Morning America on Thursday morning. So that's going to be super fun. So I'm having a great time talking to people about, what's getting in their way and how do they get rid of all the baggage of everybody else has put on them so that they can live a life they were really meant to live. So it's great fun, and I encourage people to go out and do it. If your listeners, if your watchers are thinking about where to start, they can go. I created a quiz online, limitlessassessment.com, and if they're trying to figure out how much calling, connection, contribution, and control they want in their lives, it's a great way for them to take this quiz and figure out where to start.
Fantastic. I love a good quiz. Anyways, we are motivated on this Monday. Thank you so very much, Lara Otting. Appreciate it. Pick up your copy of Limitless today.